In this lesson, we'll discuss 10 historic events that happened on 19th of November. 1994, Aishwarya Rai was crowned the 44th Miss World. At that time, she was a 21-year-old architecture student and was crowned by Miss World 1993 Liza Hanna of Jamaica. 1987, on this date, France performed one out of the 24 series of nuclear tests that were conducted between 1986 and 1988. 1969, on this day, 19th of November, Apollo 12 astronauts Pete Conrad and Alan Bean landed on the moon and became the third and the fourth humans to walk on the surface of the moon. 1962, Fidel Castro accepts removal of Soviet weapons. Fidel Castro once requested that the leader of the Soviet Union consider launching a nuclear strike against the US in the event if US attacked Cuba. The crisis was ultimately averted after weeks of negotiations between Soviet Union and the US, which resulted in the removal of the Soviets' missiles from Cuba. 1928, on this day, Times magazine's first edition with Japanese Emperor Hirohito on its cover was published. 1911, New York receives the first Marconi wireless transmission from Italy. Italian physicist and radio pioneer Marconi succeeded in sending the first radio transmission across the Atlantic Ocean, disproving detractors who told him that the curvature of the Earth would limit the transmissions to 200 miles or less. The message, simply the Morse code signal for the letter S, traveled more than 2,000 miles from Cornwall, England to Newfoundland, Canada. 1896, this day marked the start of Sherlock Holmes' Adventure of Sussex Vampire. 1893, it was on this day 124 years ago that Sunday New York World published its first color pages. 1828, on this day, Rani Lakshmibai, also known as the Rani of Jhansi, was born today. She was the queen of the princely state of Jhansi, North India, currently present in the Jhansi district in Uttar Pradesh, and she was one of the leading figures of the Indian Rebellion of 1857 and became a symbol of resistance to the British Raj for Indian nationalists. 1493, on this day, Christopher Columbus discovered Puerto Rico on his second voyage on 19th of November.